भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। थैंक यू अंडी। हरि ओम। Good evening, my dear friends and dear sadhaks. A very warm welcome to each one of you. Let's pray together. असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम तत्सत्। श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। Now we start with the Vishnu Sahasranama explanation, where we sing the glory of the Lord and we offer our prayer. The first shloka of the Vishnu Sahasranama: Om Vishwam Vishnur Vashatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu Bhuta Krut Bhuta Vridbhavo Bhutatma Bhuta Bhavana. So in this particular shloka, there are totally 9 names of the Lord. So today we'll take up 3 names: Vishwam, Vishnuhu, and Vashatkaraha. O Lord, here Vishwa, V means the divine bird. Shwa means the one who rides the divine bird. And that divine bird is none other than Garuda. This Garuda is the Abhimana Devata of the entire Puranas, of the entire Vedas. So the one who is riding such a divine bird, he becomes Bhagavan Vishwa. This is one meaning. Then Vishwa also means the Chaturmukha Brahma, the four-headed Brahma, He is also known as Vishwa, and Lord Vishnu, who has emerged this creator Brahma from his belly button, what we call. So from there, Lord Brahma has emerged. So the one who has given birth to Lord Brahma, he is also known as Vishwam. And lastly, the other meanings is the Lord who is an Antaryami, who stays in the hearts of each and every devotee, and who is Paripurna, holistic in knowledge. So such a Lord is called Bhagavan Vishwam. So these are the various meanings of Lord Vishnu under the name of Vishwam. So what I would request all of you is memorize what all you could see here. Maybe you need not take all the 4 points. You can just take 2 points under the name Vishwam, where he is the rider of the divine bird Garuda, who is the Abhimani Devata of all the Vedas. Okay, that is one picture you have in your mind, and another picture you have in your mind where the Lord Vishnu is sleeping on his cosmic bed, and from his navel comes a lotus in which Lord Brahma is born. So that is also known as Vishwam. This is the first meaning. Then comes Vishnu. Vishnu basically means who is prevalent everywhere, who is omnipotent and omnipresent. Like as you see the God particle in each and every atom, in each and every molecule, behind every neutron, proton, electron. So that particle or that essence of power gives him the name as Vishnu. And then there is also another meaning for this. Vishnu has got 3 alphabets: V, Sh and Nu. One who has that exclusive knowledge, it is that denotes V, and Sh is one who has that Prana Shakti, who gives Prana Shakti for the holistic functioning of each and every living organism. And Na is that power which is all powerful, that Lord who is Sarva Shakti, all powerful. So V, Sh and Na, exclusive knowledge, who in the form of prana does holistic functioning of every jiva, and who is all powerful. So these are the other 3 meanings of Vishnu. One is Vishnu is all pervading and all present, and also under V, Sh and Na, who has exclusive knowledge, holistic functioning in terms of prana, and who is Sarva Shaktiman, means all powerful. Now the third one comes is Vashatkara. Vashatkara is the Lord, as per his vision, he has created the entire world. Under the name of Vashatkara, he has created the entire world. And he has 6 specific strengths to do this. And what are those strengths? First one is Jnana. Vashatkara means one who possesses these 6 strengths is known as a Vashatkara. And what are those 6 strengths? Jnana, the knowledge to create. If you are an architect, you first need to know how to draw a plan on the drawing board. How much should be the foundation? How much should be the size of the beams, the pillars? So knowledge to create. Jnana. The second one is Shakti, who has that Kartrutva Shakti, the power to create. It's not only just I can draw something on the drawing board, but I also have the resources to create, the power to create. And then after Jnana and Shakti comes Bala, where I have the strength to protect what I have created. Fourth one is the Aishwarya. I have that ownership as a creator. Fifth one is the Virya. I have the valor, if somebody does anything wrong, to destroy evil. And the sixth quality he has is Tejas, that radiance to light up the entire creation. It's not that you build a building and there is no electricity there. There is no light. That's not the case. So he has built the whole planet, and with the help of the sun and the moon, he constantly radiates the entire creation. So the one who has all these 6 qualities, he is known as a Vashatkaraha. So Vishwam Vishnuhu Vashatkaraha. To such a Lord, we all prostrate humbly at his lotus feet to seek his grace, his mercy, his blessings, his love, his kindness, his strength, his forgiveness, Shraddha, Bhakti, Jnana, Vairagya. O Lord, please bestow us with all these divine qualities and make this knowledge, divine knowledge, a living experience for each one of us. Om Tat Sat. So, today we are on our Divine Discourse number 151, 10-10-2020. Sharvarinama Samvatsara, Dakshinayana, Sharadrutu, Adhika Ashviyuja Masa, Krishna Paksha, Ashtami, Punarvasu Nakshatra, Shiva Yoge, and Kaulava Karane. On this auspicious day of Saturday and time of the afternoon, Naham Karta Hari Karta, Hari Preranaya Hari Pritya. Whatever is happening is at the behest of the Lord. It is at His guidance and His will and wish. We humbly accept and pray for more divine force to flow towards us. Om. Hari Om, good evening once again to all who have recently joined. Now, we were discussing on yesterday about the Astha Aishwarya. So, Astha Aishwarya, the first quality is Bhakti, which we will be taking it at the end. As we do the summary of the entire chapter, we'll take Bhakti. The most important one is Shama. Now let's look at Shama. Why is this Shama required? This forgiveness. First of all, do we really need this to forgive somebody? Can't we carry on our lives having that hatred, having that guilt, having that anger, jealousy? So, here the justification for that is, for any sadhana, that is a japa or a puja, one needs a pure mind. If we are disturbed in our mind, in whatsoever manner, we will not be able to accomplish our spiritual journey. These kind of Shadripus, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madha, Matsarya, all these are like those conker in our shoes. So small stones, sometimes they get into your shoes. Imagine how uncomfortable the walk is. You have an excellent pair of shoes. You have an excellent road. But within your shoes, there are one or two small stones which have entered without your knowledge. So, as your journey walking with those stones in your shoes is not going to be comfortable, in the same way, if you have any hatred, jealousy against anybody, you will not be able to meditate or do your japa or your puja. Secondly, you need a tremendous amount of purity for this japa and puja, and that comes only when you forgive. We need to be very clear in our mind that everything in this world is temporary. Your body, yourself, your mind, your possessions, your relations, all that you are seeing is temporary. Once you have made up your mind and acclaimed a strong desire to reach the Paramatma and nobody else, nothing else, then the shed repose, they start getting dissolved. And when you don't have any shed repose in your mind, imagine you don't have any hatred against anybody, you don't have any desires, you don't have any jealousy, you don't have any greed. How good is your life? And one of the most important factors which come in your sadhana way as an obstacle is hatred. So for that, one needs to forgive. Everyone who has brought hatred to you, and even one needs to forgive your own self. You might have done mistakes in it, knowingly and forgive. The research started in the Harvard University, which was about 70 years back. And the updates on that research is coming year on year. On all the good students of that time, supposed to be who were really doing well in their studies, they started gathering data of how their life unfolds as they move forward. And there they could see that two of them became the presidents of the United States. Many became great scientists. Many became CEOs of the Fortune 500 companies, doctors, attorney generals, financial consultants, and there were some who also committed suicide, and there were some who also did fraud and they were jailed. Now, this university overall studied whatever be the case of all these people who have reached various levels in life. What this study did was, they studied only the happiness quotient, nothing else. And what they found was, the happiest of the whole lot, irrespective of the amount of success, fame, name in the outside world, power, whatever they had, the ones who had maintained absolutely good relationships with everybody were the happiest. You may not be successful in life in terms of your career, in terms of your health, in terms of whatever it is, but you can still be happy. And the research told that the people who had the best of the relations, they were highest in terms of the happiness quotient. So we as sadhaks, if we have to be striving on this path steadily and continuously, we need to be happy, and for that we need to have good relationships with everybody, and for that we need to have the power to forgive. And not only forgive, but sometimes ask for forgiveness also if you have made a mistake. Look from another perspective. Somebody has done harm to you, and you say, I can't forgive that, dash, dash, dash. Then what happens? You'll have to take another life to repay or to get out of that relationship. Are we in a game for all such things? Somebody has done something wrong to us. Now to get the benefit from that person, you know, okay, you may get it in your next life. You'll have to repay it. Or we don't know after how many lives. Are you going to wait for that life just to receive what that person who has done wrong to you has to repay you, or vice versa? If you don't ask forgiveness, the relationship ends, and one fine day both are not there, but the karmic account will again send both of you back onto this planet and say, now settle your. See, we are all so lucky to get these fine details from the Shastras. With this jnana, we are doing our sadhana. So the first and foremost thing is, we need to or ask for. And how do you do it? Whenever the person's image or his name comes to you, what is your reaction before this knowledge? Your blood starts boiling. your face becomes red. You get agitated. At that point, start thinking good of that. Wish good for him. May he prosper in life. May he become better in life. Look upon him growing in life. Bless him. And eventually, I'll tell you, my dear friends, pray for him. About 7-8 years back, I started this practice. First thing in the morning is to pray for people whom you hate the most. Because this is the most powerful most powerful thing you can have in life is, unless and until you forgive people who have cheated you, you will not be at peace in life. If you're start with blessing them, wishing them good, but eventually grow higher and start praying for them. And this will slowly start purifying your mind. Can you ever think of swimming in water with heavy chains and shackles on your body? No. All these kind of hatred and these kind of relations are like heavy chains on your body, iron chains. They will not allow you to swim. Remember, there is one thing which the Shastra tells us, known as the divine compensation. What is this divine compensation? If somebody has done something wrong to you, now in the normal course, you have a chance to revolt. You have a chance to go against that person legally or in various other ways. But what you did, you said, I don't want to fight with that person. You forgave him. And what did you do? You said, oh Lord, you take care of it. Now you see, here this is known as divine compensation. In such a situation, what the Lord does is, He has captured what the other person has done to you in terms of causing harm and wrong, and He takes care of giving the apt punishment for that person. And at the same time, He will give you multifold compensation for what damage has happened. To be wrong is nothing unless you keep remembering it. To forgive is to set the prisoner free and discover later that the prisoner was you. You are like a prisoner when you are in this mode of anger, guilt, revenge. And we have all heard to err is human and to forgive is God. And remember, the weak cannot forgive, because forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. Let's understand one thing very clearly in our life, that we are all living in a Laukika Prapancha. Laukika Prapancha means a materialistic world. In a materialistic world, what kind of people do you see? Everybody is wanting to gain at the cost of the other. Selfishness, greed, jealousy. These are all a part of human mind. Now you go to a hospital and you went on the first floor, you went on the second floor, third floor, fourth floor. Everywhere you saw patients. And then you ask your friend, what is this building here? Everybody is a patient over here. What does your friend tell you? Of course, this is a hospital, so you will only see patients here. Same way, if you go to a jail, you will only see criminals over there. So in this Laukika Prapancha, how can you expect all Sattvic people to be there? It is a combination of Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic people. And for our understanding, very few Sattvic people are there. And the whole world is filled with more of Rajasic and Tamasic. Just as you see only patients in a hospital and criminals in a jail, so in this Laukika Prapancha, don't expect much from here. Make up your mind. This is the nature of people who are on this planet. Expect little from them. That will reduce your stress. And understand that whenever you forgive anybody, it's not for the good of the other, but it is for our own good. Make this very clear. And as we discussed, when we face difficulties in life, we have to understand that God is sending me a reminder. Why have you forgotten me? Think of me. Having this kind of grudge in your mind, what happens? This creates stress, and which eventually you have diseases. As today, most of the diseases, 80% of the diseases any person is having, you can say on an average, is 80% is all related to stress. In a Hitler's Nazi concentration camp, there were two prisoners who had become quite close to each other during their imprisonment. And it so happened that after about 20 years, they bumped into each other. After they were set free, almost after 20 years. Then now they're talking to each other. One friend asks, remembering of our days in the Nazi camp, what do you feel of what the Nazis did to us? So one friend says, I'm so angry. If I catch hold of somebody, even now, I'll just chop his head off. Now the other friend says, what is this? That means although you have been released for the last 20 years, you're still in that prison. Physically, you're out from the camp, imprisonment camp, but mentally, you're still in the prison. So one needs to get out of it. More of this will take in the next class. I have an announcement to make. So tomorrow being a Sunday, we will not have our class as usual. And since things are opening up and work pressure is also coming, that's how it's badly affecting my health as well. I'm not able to devote enough time for my exercises. These two things are compromised. Trying to keep the work and the class going properly. So on Monday we will not be having a class. So please do your sadhana revisions, and then we will have a class on Tuesday and Wednesday. Earlier we didn't have on Wednesday, so now Thursday will be next day in a week. So Monday and Thursday during the weekdays we will not be having a class along with Sunday. So 3 days we won't have, 4 days we will have class. And as situation improves, then we will keep changing our pattern. So we will be meeting straight on Tuesday. Now, we come to the most important part is we all have been trying to gain this knowledge. On one hand, we have knowledge, and on the other hand, we want to unite with the Lord. Let's understand more about what this means. How can one unite with the Lord? Because that's our ultimate goal, isn't it? So here, Bhajagovindam has a very wonderful sloka on this. Kurute Ganga Sagara Gamanam Vrataparipalana Atava Danam Jnana Vihinaha Sarvamatena Bhajatina Muktim Janmashatena. So here this says, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, you may visit all the pilgrimages, you do a pilgrimage of all the religious places. You may go and dip in Ganga several times. You may observe lot of vows in your life, and you may give lot of money in charity. But, this is underlined, unless and until you have the first-hand experience of that Lord, that Supreme Truth. According to Sarvamatena. Sarvamatena means according to all schools of thought. Here there is no discrepancy or non-alignment. Somebody is saying something else, somebody is saying something else. No. Every school of thought, be it Dvaita, Advaita, Vishishtadvaita, all schools of thought says you will never be able to gain moksha even in 100 lifetimes. A human lifetime. So what does this mean? So this primarily means that all the good what we do, we gain punya. And all the bad what we do, we gain papa. And for that you come back to pay your bills. So if you have done a lot of good, you will be born and you will be having a great decent life with a lot of possessions and money to enjoy. But the point is, you will not get liberation. So why does this happen? He says that is how the Creator has created the world. Lingashtakam idam punyam yaf patet shiva sannidahu shivalokam avapnoti shivena sahamodate. You might have done exhaustive reading of the Lingashtakam. What does it mean? Lingashtakam idam punyam. Because of the punya you have gained by studying the Lingashtakam, what happened to you? Shivalokam avapnoti. Shivalokam avapnoti. You got the Kailasa, Shivaloka. But don't be under the impression that you are liberated. You got the audience of Lord Parameshwara only till your punya lasted. Means what? Shine punne martyalokam vishanti. You will be thrown back into this planet as soon as your punya is exhausted. In the same way, you may do lot of Vishnu Sahasranama chanting, this, that, everything. But eventually, for the punya of doing Vishnu Sahasranama, you went to Vaikuntha. You were with the Lord Vishnu for a certain amount of time. But don't be under the impression that you are going to be there permanently. See, it's such a great revelation, a secret which is being told over here. This is not going to give you moksha. This is only that loka prapti, Shivaloka or Vishnu loka prapti for the good deeds you have done. That's all. Prapya Prunyakutam Lokan Ushitvam Shashvati Samaha Shuchinam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Brashto Vijay. Means such person who has done real good things, he obtains the higher worlds, the heavens. Till such time, he has his punya to his credit. Till such time you have money to stay in a resort, they will treat you like God. They'll give you all the comforts. As soon as your money is over and you don't pay money for the subsequent day, they'll say, please check out. They'll say nice words, and after that they will forcibly push you out. So here that money is that punya. So then what am I doing then? I am doing so many good things in life. I'm doing so much, I'm donating so much, I'm doing so much of japa, I'm doing so much of tirtha yatra, I'm doing so much of puja. Very good. Offer it to the Lord. Don't keep it for yourself. Offer it to the Lord. He in turn, he has a swapping arrangement. He will cleanse your heart. Chitta Shuddhi. And with that Chitta Shuddhi, what happens? This jnana, what you receive, that percolates into your heart. And you have the direct revelation of the Lord within. He's already there. But you're not able to see him just because your mind is impure. And to cleanse your mind, make use of this punya. All the good deeds what you're doing, don't keep it for enjoyment in the higher worlds or in the later lives. These are the fine revelations we should understand. So now what we need to do here is, we need to have that feeling of having been united with it. Now what you did all the good. I am not the karta. Yad yad karma karoti karomi tat tat akhilam shambho tava aradhanam. Everything is yours. Naham karta hari preranaya hari prityartha. I am not the karta at all. So these 5 mantras which we are doing is cleansing your heart. And at the same time we are getting knowledge. Let's take this a fine combination. With the Chitta Shuddhi, impose some Vairagya. Now what we are lacking is Vairagya. And Vairagya, the best tool we have is Bhaja Govindam, which will be starting in a few days. It will inculcate the requisite amount of Vairagya into you. If knowledge is like a lamp, Vairagya is like the matchbox. With the help of that matchbox, you can light the lamp of Vairagya and experience the divine light. So today we'll attempt in going deep within ourselves. Now we all are doing the Mahamrutyunjaya mantra. We have done to such a level that we don't need the mind. It has become a part and parcel of our breath. So using that principle, we'll go beyond the mantra, and at one point, deep within, we focus on the prajna, that consciousness, awareness within, and be established in that. And that is none other than that supreme power. Just now we learnt in the Vishnu Sahasranama, he is that who gives that prana shakti. In Vashatkara, out of the 6, he has that power to dwell in you. And then not only that, he, in terms of prana, in Vishnu, in Sha, he functions as that prana within you. Va, Sha, Nu. Yeah, in sure, it means that He is that holistic functioning of prana within you. So that Lord is already there within you. Let's look into it. Come. Let's offer the concluding mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Together we all offer today's Gita Jnana Yajna at the lotus feet of the Lord to seek His grace, His mercy, His love and blessings. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Idam Namama. Om. Our Sastanga pranams to the entire Guru Parampara and gratitude. Thank you all for being a part of this wonderful journey, and we look forward to see you all on Tuesday, same time. Hari Om.